All right, well, thanks for tuning in on a Saturday. Glad I did that. I was pretty sure that I did not lock the front door. I always end up checking this thing 2 or 3 times just to make sure. Let me go ahead and get that locked. So Saturday, we just closed up. I've got one to go to Evansville, and I'm actually going to use this for a couple of things. I think I'll actually go ahead and take this to Evansville Sunday morning. I've got deals to drop off. And there's another video that I think I'm going to do with this. And if it does well, it may end up being a little bit of a series, probably at least a 2 or 3 video series. But I digress. I'm going to show you one. There's no doubt in my mind this thing will make it to Evansville. If I was looking for a car for my kid right now, this would be a perfect one. A little miley, a little rough on the outside, but I think this thing's going to run really well. And believe it or not, the inside of it's actually in pretty good shape. So let me get this shut off, and I'm going to go ahead and show you what we're going to take a peek at and what we're going to go ahead and take home. All right, well, here she is in all her reliable glory. This is a 2008. I believe this is going to be a Honda Civic. I think it's an LX because it doesn't have power seat. It doesn't have a moonroof. I think 222,000 miles on this one. No warning lights on the dash that I could see. Feels like it idles well. I was in there playing with the radio and kind of getting all my stuff in it. It seemed okay. Now on the outside, it's, you know, it's going to be a little rough. You got a spot down here that, if it was me, I would probably get a piece of bumper. And I'd try plastic weld this whole thing. The thing with a car like this, cheap. You want to fix things as inexpensive as possible. So like if I was putting my kid in it, I probably wouldn't even worry about that, but I might make an attempt with a plastic weld to make that look a little better. I mean, it's got clear coat peeling throughout. I mean, your mirrors are, I mean, you can see the outside. I mean, it's a 30-foot car. From 30 foot, it looks good. You got a nice little set of hubcaps. Looks like a pretty good set of matching Douglas tires. I think mechanically this guy took pretty good care of this thing. I didn't look at the owner history or anything like that, but like I said, you know, you've got clear coat peeling everywhere on the top. I mean, if somebody was handy, they could sand this and single stage it. I mean, your bumper, it's all like that. But this is, I mean, this isn't a brand new car. I mean, and this isn't something that we would retail here at all. This is something with the mileage, we'd send it to the auction. I mean, overall, it's not in bad shape. I mean, it's got, you know, you've got some paint missing here. For a daily driver, this is all shit that would not bother me whatsoever. I would just roll with this thing, and I would drive it until it absolutely chucked its stinking guts, which is probably what the next owner will do with this thing. So, you know, if you're looking for a car for your kid, you can't really go wrong with these. You can get these fairly inexpensive. They won't necessarily break the bank. I know, I think, I want to say 06 and 07 are years you want to avoid, but I think 08's a good year in this car. I know and I'm probably wrong. Somebody in the comments will probably correct me, but I think 06 and 07 had issues with blocks cracking, several of them. I think by 08 and on, they got this car right. We're gonna hop on the inside. I've got the AC running. This thing's been running the whole time. It runs and idles good. It's really, really, really quiet. So let's hop in and we'll take a look at what's going on in there. Like I said, I got it running. It's an LX. It's got power windows and locks, tilt and cruise. Turn that down. It's got the diamond tuck floor. Now, this is usually a red flag for me when I see seat covers, but if you look underneath there, them seats are clean. We'll get in it. Just take a look. 222,000 miles. The air blows ice cold. No warning lights on the dash. It is an LX, so just cruise, power windows, power locks, tilt cruise. They did do a tablet swap. My customers are Spanish. It's all in Spanish. I would try to hook my Apple CarPlay up. This is a very similar swap to what, if you look through my channel, you see where I've done them on a couple vehicles. So very similar to what I do with a lot of my personal vehicles, but it's in Spanish, so I can't figure out how to get all that working. You got your USB plugs down there. It's actually charging my phone right now. AC, which blows ice cold. Like I said, 222,000 miles. It's a stinking Honda. No warning lights on in the dash. And just before somebody comes in the comment section and says somebody removed it, as you can see, they all light up. And they all go off, just like that. I said the interior's in really good shape on this thing. You know, they kept seat covers on it. Usually it's a red flag for me when I look at a vehicle, because I'm wondering what they're, first thing I wonder is what they're trying to hide. The first thing I always do when I appraise one is pull them up and just kind of take a look. But even this back seat is in really good shape. They've got mats down back here. I mean, I think mechanically, and they took care of the inside. I would bet this paint was probably like this when they bought it, and they just drove it till the wheels fell off of this thing. They end up buying it. These people trade in for a GMC Terrain. They want to go to an SUV, so they got a SLT GMC Terrain with way more equipment than this. I mean, those seats look good under here. So this thing could probably clean up real nice. If somebody was handy with some body work, you could probably fix this little bit of body stuff very cheap. I can get my camera bag and all that stuff. I'm gonna lift this up. We're just gonna take a look underneath. I mean, you guys can see underneath there. Yeah, I mean, that seat looks pretty good. Like I said, the interior's in pretty good shape. Nothing that wouldn't clean up. It's not beat up, tore up. We're gonna hop in this thing and we'll get mounted up. We'll take her for a little spin. All right. This thing probably use a tune-up. My fuel light's on. We're trying to make a little bit down the road. I'll splash a little bit of gas in this stinking thing, and we'll head to the house. I think I'll just go ahead and make a trip to the store tomorrow. My wife wants to go to Owensboro tonight, so go home and hop in the Town and Country, which has really turned out to be a good vehicle. I'm gonna have a little bit of an update on that one here shortly. Do a little update video. I've done a couple little things to it. I've got about 1,000 miles on it, and so far it's been pretty good. I actually got to talk to the previous owner yesterday. I'm actually trying to help get her son in a vehicle, and I talked to her yesterday. She told me some few interesting things about it that make me feel a lot better about that purchase. But we'll talk about that in a separate dedicated video. But we're going to go ahead and take this thing on down the road. I mean, I've got 2 bars of gas. I ought to be able to get to at least... Now we'll see where I make it. I'll stop in Holland and get gas if I need to. Definitely needs brakes. I can tell you that. Pretty quick. You hit them, I mean, they stop, but it's got definite warped rotors. I mean, I'd pay attention. Pads sound kind of rough, so it's probably gonna need some brakes and rotors. So for us, we sell a lot of things that are like our dealership that I work for. We sell a lot of 8 to 10-year-old vehicles, so when we get stuff like this on trade, unless one of us is looking like for a cheap car for a kid, or a beater with a heater for a family member, or something like this, we will typically send these cars to auction. Now, every once in a while, we'll get somebody come in, you know, with, you know, $5,000–6,000 cash looking for a car. Every once in a while, you know, we'll just keep one around for, you know, a week or two before we send it to auction. You know, look at selling it. This would be a good as-is car. I mean, this will go to the auction, and some smaller dealership will buy it. Some smaller lot will buy it. Probably somebody who knows how to do a lot of the body work and stuff on this itself. I mean, I think you could probably put brakes and rotors on it, and you could. I mean, this is an older car. Somebody that knew what they was doing, you could sand this and single stage it, and it would probably bring pretty good money. You know, for a Honda, 222,000 miles isn't much of anything when you're talking about how long one of these will last. These cars are known to last 300,000, 400,000, 500,000 miles. Let me speed this up. We'll probably have to stop and get some gas before I get to the house. I'm gonna try to figure out how much range I got. we'll check in here in just a second. Like I said, this thing runs great, there's no doubt. You know, if this was a bad car, I'd hurry up and drop it off and pick up the car I'm supposed to pick up. But this is a good car. This is still makes somebody a good car with just a few minor things. So let's speed this up and we'll check in down the road and see how we're doing. Alright, well, I'd stop in beautiful Holland, Indiana. Put a little splash of gas in her so we didn't run out. Young man behind me driving a nice newer Camaro SS. I'd tell him I thought it was nice. It's a real pretty car. This so far, man, don't drive too bad. Definitely gonna need brakes. I can't tell if it's got a wheel bearing or CV axle. It's got a little bit of a hum to it. But I mean, it gets up and goes. I mean, I just gave it the beans. I mean, we're 50 mile an hour before we know it. I mean, it's running 60 mile an hour without a hitch. Like I said, this will end up, wherever it ends up once we send it to the auction, this end up making somebody a pretty nice little car. You know, for me, I would just clean it up a little bit. You know, fix a few little mechanical things that are wrong with it, and I'd let it eat. I mean, we've got the cruise control locked in. This thing's running just fine. No warning lights. Temperatures operate normal. I mean, it's a Honda blowing ice cold air. What more can you ask for? All right, let's go on and get to the house. My wife's got plans for me tonight, so let's hurry up and get there. And just like that, we made it back to beautiful Boonville, or as us residents call it, Boone Vegas, because nothing ever happens here. I'm gonna wrap this one up. I'm actually gonna go up to the school. I'm gonna do a little bit different series of videos. I'm actually gonna get into a subject, being, you know, over 2 decades in the car business. I'm gonna get into trade-ins. We'll talk about how dealerships look at them and stuff like that. So if you like stuff like that, tune in for this next set of videos, because I'm curious to see how they do. Again, if you like stuff like this, give me a subscribe. Tell me what you think about Hondas and the Honda Civics. Does this car still have a ton of life left in it, or is it destined for the junkyard? Again, thanks for watching me. I'll have another one together soon, and I'll see you then.